Hello everyone, in the previous video we have downloaded our Visual Studio Code and now it's time to start our coding. First of all, I'm going to open folder and I've already created a folder and actually it's an empty folder. Now I need to create my HTML document, so I'm going to create a new file and then index.html and I'm going to open this index.html document. And as you can see, it has created an empty web page to us. Now it's time to start our coding. First of all, we need to clarify the type of our document. So we need to tell the browser that our document is an HTML document. So in order to do so, we type doctype HTML. Now the doctype HTML only used to tell the browser that my document is an HTML file. Okay, now we have so many versions of the HTML. So how will the browser know which version to deal with? Well, the browser deals with the latest version, the current version. So you don't need to specify your version. The browser will deal with the latest one, which is now currently it's the HTML5. Now that we've understood the usage of the doctype and we have known that it only clarifies the type of our file, it's time to move on with our coding. As you know, the HTML is just a bunch of tags, so first we need to clarify the HTML tag itself, HTML tag, and then close it. And the HTML tag is our root. It's a wrapper and container where all our elements are going to be placed inside it. And the HTML tag tells the browser the beginning and the ending of our web page. Now that we have known that the HTML is our root, we need to add our content inside it. So first of all, I'm going to add the head tag. And the head tag contains some information about your web page, such as the title and some additional information which we are going to cover. First of all, let's change the title of our web page. Now, this is the title. This is where the title is displayed. And as you can see, by default, it takes the same name of our file. Now, I'm going to change the title to first web page and then refresh. And as you can see, our title has changed. Now, the head also carries information called the metadata. And the metadata are simply information about your web page. These informations are used by the search engines such as Google, Yahoo, Bing, and so on. They are used in sorting and indexing the results of your search. What do I mean by that? For example, let's say that you have searched for Shakespeare novels. What will happen? Google will respond back with a bunch of results related to your search topic. Now, these results have been sorted and arranged and displayed to you. Well, the question is, they have been arranged and displayed according to what? Well, they have been arranged according to the metadata which you as a developer add in here. So the metadata are data used by the search engines. This data can be a description to your web page, the author name, your name, keywords, a bunch of keywords, the language which you're going to use in your web page, and also the viewport. The viewport clarifies how your website and web page are going to be displayed on different screens, such as the computer screens, the iPad screens, mobile screens, and so on. You should also know that inside our head, we call our external files. Now, the external file can be a CSS file, a JavaScript file. These are external files. So in order to use them inside your HTML document, you need to call them. So where do we specifically call these files? We call these files inside our head tag. So to sum up, our head tag is the tag which contains information about our web page. It is also the place where we can call external files. Don't worry about any of these because we're going to cover everything in details in the upcoming videos. For now, we're only interested in the title tag itself. So let's move on to our next tag, which is the body tag. And the body is the primary section in our HTML document. It is the place where we add all our visual content. So it's our container in which we put all our visual content, and by visual content I mean the content that is going to be displayed in front of the user in here. So let's get started. First, we have the heading element. And in the HTML, we have 6 types of heading, H1, from H1, starting from H1 till H6. So H1, and then refresh. Nothing happened because I need to type in my text. So heading 1, and then I need to refresh. And as you can see, heading 1 has been displayed. Now, let's try the H2, and then heading 2, and then also I need to refresh heading 2. Now, in the previous video, I've mentioned that the Visual Studio Code has some tools and some extensions which are going to help us in our development. So let's check out one of the most important tools, which is type in live server, and then install, and then it has been installed. Now, did you notice that in order to see our elements, I need to refresh the page every time? So I've downloaded the live server because the live server is going to refresh my page automatically. I don't need to refresh it every time. Open with live server. Just right click in here and then open with live server. And then close the previous one. And then let's add the H3, heading 3. And as you can see, heading 3 has been displayed in front of us, and I didn't reload my page. It was refreshed automatically. Now I'm going to copy all of these and then paste them down here. H4, H5, and H6, and here as well, H4, 5, and 6. Now, as you can see, our content is being rendered without me refreshing the page. Now, these are 6 types of headings in the HTML, and the difference between them is the font size, the size itself of each heading. Now that we have covered our headings element, it's time to move on to another element, which is the P element. In case you want to add a paragraph to your web page, all you need to do is to use the P tag, stands for paragraph, and then add in your content. This is a paragraph. And as you can see, our paragraph has been displayed successfully. So in today's video, we've talked about the doc type usage, and we've also covered the main HTML tags, which are the HTML tag, the head tag, the body tag, and we've also talked about the headings and the paragraph element. So that's it for today's video, and see you guys in the next video.